Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Shaz, and if you're new here or you're my returning subscriber, then you're welcome back. So today I'm coming back with another topic of people want to work in Luxembourg, because I get this question a lot. There's so many people asking me, oh, what should I do to work in Luxembourg, or how should I write my CV, or how should I do this, or how should I do that. So I'm going to come across all those details of how you can go with writing your CV or sending your CV and getting a job in Luxembourg. So first, if you're new here or you've never been to my channel before, please feel free to subscribe. Before you can send your CV in Luxembourg, you have to change your CV and you have to go to Google, just type on resume.io, and then you're going to see how you can change your CV, and then it will be possible for you. It will make, in my opinion, is really easy and even better for you if your CV is in that format of resume.io. So just go to Google and write resume.io and everything is going to come below. So just make your CV and everything will be perfect. So this is the website of jobs.lo. So for example, you're searching for English speaking jobs. So there's like, this job is for English teacher. They're looking for English teacher in École Européenne. And this is how you're going to go to the website. You're going to choose the job you're looking for. You're going to apply for the job you're looking for. You just have to send the CV that you've already made with resume.io. So these are some of the jobs you can send your CV in Luxembourg. For example, you can send your CV if you know you're skilled in telecom, or you want to work in IT, or you want to do accounting, or you want to work in healthcare, for example, doctors or nurses. Those ones too, they normally have, like, they normally sponsor those jobs. They can give you a sponsorship visa for those jobs. So it gives you even easy access more to work in Luxembourg if you know you're skilled in that type of category of jobs that I've talked about. If you know that you're not skilled in the category of jobs that I've just talked about, then you don't have to lose hope, because there's always those international companies that do hire internationally, and they hire a lot in Luxembourg. And one of them is Amazon, there's iTunes, there's PayPal, and there's Skype. So you have to do the same thing. You have to go to jobs.lu or Indeed or Movie Job. Like I said before, I'm going to list down the website below. So look for those specific type of jobs. You can send your CV to Amazon or iTunes or PayPal as you wish. And then when you receive a good report, or when they answer you back, you can book appointment at the nearest embassy. I think if you're Ghanaian or you're Kenyan or Nigerian, maybe, like Luxembourg, they normally don't have embassies everywhere. So I think the best thing to do is you can book appointment at the nearest embassy. That can be a Belgian embassy, or if you don't have Belgium embassy, then you can book appointment at the German embassy or the French embassy. Depends which embassy is close to where you are. But first you have to check on internet, or you have to check on your Google if there's a Luxembourgish embassy next to you. So if you're coming in Luxembourg, like you already have your visa and everything, if you want to open a bank account, if you're still in your country, then that is possible. So I'll give you the details of how to go about it. Or if you want to reach in Luxembourg and open a bank account, that is possible too. So let me go into details of how you're gonna do that. So if you want to open an account in Luxembourg, you already have your work contract. That is, if you're still in your country, you're not yet in Luxembourg. You want to open an account, but you're still in your country, then you're gonna need your ID, and you're going to need your job contract, the one that they've sent you by email, or wherever they sent you by DHL. I don't know which format they're going to send you. And then you're going to need the address, like the residence address in Luxembourg. But because you still don't have it, you're still in your country, then you can use your overseas address. Another thing, you can use your passport, because when you're coming to Luxembourg, you just have to carry your ID card with you, but it will help you in doing other things, like when you're looking for nationality or searching for other type of papers. But your passport is the most important thing. So you can use your passport also to open a bank account if you're still overseas, if you're not in Luxembourg. So reaching in Luxembourg, your job can help you. You already have your visa, you sent all your documents, everything is fine, you booked your flight. So reaching in Luxembourg, your job can help you to get a flat or to get an apartment where you can stay. But if they can't help you, like you have to search for yourself somewhere to stay, then I can propose for you some of the cities that are better to stay. They're not far from Luxembourg and they're not so close from Luxembourg, but the renting is way more cheaper than living in the city of Luxembourg. For example, you can choose Thionville, is in France, but it's at the borderline. But also I'll tell you the disadvantages of living in those cities, though they are so cheaper. You can take Thionville, you can take Metz in France. There's also Alon in Belgium. But if you want to live like inside the city of Luxembourg itself, then you can take the cities far from Luxembourg city center. For example, there's Eschralzet, there's La Rochette, and there's Petange. Those cities too, they are way more cheaper, but they are a bit affordable because in the city center, are renting like a one bedroom, I think is 1,500 euros to maybe 2,000 euros, which some people take it like it's quite expensive. So I think living out of the city. So this is the only disadvantage I've seen when you're living out of Luxembourg, because like me, I live in France and sometimes have to park my car at the train station, then I have to take the train. But sometimes you have to be running to take this train, and this train is always full. Like it's full if you're working in the morning, so most of the time you really don't have time. So I'm always running to take the train. I'm reaching, this one is full, then sometimes I have to get late to my work. So the best thing, if you don't really want to live outside the city, and in fact I mean it's not like if you take, even if you take your car and you're still living in France or you live at the borderline of Belgium, there's always traffic, like traffic that doesn't finish. So if you want to live really inside the city, the buses, they always circulate without any problem, and it's really easier than taking the train. So going back to the last point, as I said, Luxembourg is really known for funds, and there are so many jobs you can get in Luxembourg. Like I said before, I'm going back to the first point again of what I was talking about. So it's so easy to get a job in Luxembourg, especially if you're doing IT. Each and every company in Luxembourg, they always need somebody that is doing IT. So if you really specialize in IT, then you have to go really in those websites, the ones I'm going to list you down below. You search for IT, the people are doing financial, each and every company, they need somebody who is always doing that. So please guys, you have to go down below, just go in the description box. I'm going to list everything down below for you guys, and go and apply now, because now is the time. We're getting into September, we're getting out of holiday, because there was 2 months of holiday and everybody's going back to work. So most of the companies, people who are in holiday, went to, I don't know, in Greece, in Crete, in Spain for holidays. People are coming back, and this is the time that most of the people, they normally change jobs. So most of the time is the period, or is the season that they normally look for teachers. Like I said before, normally in September the kids are going back to school, the kids are joining another class. It's not like the other systems we have back in Africa. Here in September, the kids, they do join other classes, and it's the period that they do search for new teachers, English teachers, history teachers, or something like I gave you before, the website jobs.lu, that they're looking for English teacher. So this is the time that also other companies are looking for people to work for them. So this is the time to really send your CV with resume, change your CV in resume.io. So all these jobs I talk about, they have better looking salaries. Like if you're working in finance or you're doing IT, honestly, you're gonna have a good looking salary, and you don't really need to worry about the transport. As you guys know, Luxembourg is the first country to make the transport free. So everywhere in Luxembourg, transport is free, whether you're taking the tram or you're taking the metro, unless you're going with your own car, then you have to fuel it with your own money. And if you have kids too, you don't have to worry, because I think it's the second country in Europe to, like, they have a better support system for the children, so you don't have to worry about that. The schools, they have the better schools in Europe, so all you have to worry about is you and your job. So if you're a student too, you don't have to worry, because they normally have those student jobs, especially during summertime. There's always those student jobs. You can be working like in a restaurant. Okay, those type of jobs you don't really need to be skilled to do them. You can get jobs not really in the summertime, sometimes even in the winter period you can have those jobs. So they have those jobs for the student. You can help people like in the train section, you can help people in the restaurants, or you can even help with kids at schools. So if you come with your kids, like your kids are above I think 18 years or maybe 16 there, so if they wish to do the student jobs when the schools are closed, that is possible too. So if you reach also in Luxembourg and you wish to continue with your studies, there are those schools that normally take people. The schools are around I think Kirchberg. If you want to continue doing business studies or you want to continue doing your masters, there are some schools in Kirchberg that they do offer evening classes. So what you have to do, you go to your work, then in the evening you can be going to your classes, though it's gonna take you time because normally if you're in Europe here, schools are always from morning to evening. But if you only want to do it in the evening, then it's gonna take you a duration of time. You're not gonna finish like the people who go from morning to evening. You'll take, if the course was to go for like 3 years, I think you're gonna take like 6. That is just an example. So if a course of 1 year, you're gonna take like 2 years to complete your course. So thank you guys for watching and welcome again to my next video.